Caldwell was elected to the Rhode Island House of Representatives in 2018 to represent East Greenwich and West Greenwich. Preventing gun violence was one of the centerpieces of her campaign. She previously served as a field organizer for the campaign of Maine that legalized same-sex marriage in 2012. She holds a PhD in American Culture Studies from Bowling Green State University. Her son is 7 and her daughter is 4. She hopes to grow up and save the world. Please put your hands together for our next speaker, Justine Caldwell.
Hello. Okay, my biggest fear already happened to Miguel, that one of my papers would blow away, so. And I also have to brag a little bit that Miguel is also my constituent, so very excited to see him here today. So hello, I'm Justine Caldwell. 2 years ago, I had an idea that some people thought was kind of wild. I decided I wanted to run for state representative in my district of East Greenwich and West Greenwich. That seat had been pretty much always held by Republicans. It was held by somebody who was in his 3rd term. In the last 2 elections, no one had even run against him. So you can see why some people thought that idea was kind of wild. You don't take down a well-known Republican legislator in a Republican town when you don't have any experience in elected office, when you don't have a lot of money, when people think you're too young, and when you don't have enough on your resume. Except you do, and you can. I'm here because you can. And I'm thrilled to see all of you here today because you believe in change. Because you can. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I've learned about that. One piece of experience I did have before running for office was being an activist. I worked on a couple of campaigns on issues that I cared about, like protecting transgender people from discrimination, or making sure everyone could marry the person that they loved. Another piece of experience I had was being a teacher. I taught college students in rural Ohio. And in one of my classes, we watched a movie about Harvey Milk, one of the first out gay elected officials in America. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should. It really does give a sense of what it takes to wage an underdog campaign, to build power from the grassroots and the bottom up, and how a community can empower together. One of the reasons I'm so happy to be here today with so many young people, you might not believe this, but at this State House, I'm thought of as the young person. But I'm happy to be here today with so many actually young people, is that we recognize this is a long-term struggle. As you may know, I'm the House sponsor of a bill to ban assault weapons and another bill to ban high-capacity magazines so that guns cannot be loaded with 10 or more rounds of ammunition. I've also introduced a bill to require that gun owners store their guns safely. It's an old legal principle, as well as an activist principle, famously articulated by Martin Luther King in his letter from Birmingham jail, that justice delayed is justice denied. I've been thinking about this a lot. As the sponsor of those bills, I hear people telling us that this isn't our moment. The political will isn't there. The opposition is too strong, too active. The issue is just too divisive. We'll have a better chance in the future, they say. But in this case, it's truer than ever that justice delayed is justice denied. We know as we wake up week after week after week to news of more mass shootings, that every day we need to wait is a day that a mom might send her son to school and might have him not come home, as happened in Providence last year. It might be a day that a community wakes up to a tragedy that tears dozens of families apart and puts an entire community in agony. The idea that we might someday be able to take action to reduce these catastrophes is no comfort to their victims or to our moms and dads and sons and daughters and friends and families paying the price for our inaction today. Here's what I can tell you. People will tell you you can't, just like they told me when I decided to run for office. Just like they told the LGBT community in my Ohio college town when they wanted to make it illegal to discriminate against transgender people. Just like they told the LGBT community in Maine when we decided to try to legalize marriage at the ballot box in 2012. I was part of all 3 of those underdog campaigns, and underdog campaigns can't count on things to happen. We know what worked in the Black freedom struggle in the United States. As King put it, we must demand change. We must speak up for the things we want. The other night, I ran into a gun rights activist who lives in my town who works with the Rhode Island gun lobby, and he was asking me a huge number of questions about my bills, harping on the details. What about this kind of gun? What about this kind of situation? What about this? What about that? It was late at night and I had to go, and I said to him, you know, I'd be happy to meet you for coffee and talk more about this stuff, and maybe we can find some common ground. Can we find one way we can move forward together? And he said no. He said people would talk if he was even seen out in public talking with me, and that wasn't acceptable to him. That's my instinct as a legislator, to try to get both sides in the room, talk things through, and find agreement. But that's not what our opponents want to do here. They pretend that their problem is with the details, but really they want no action at all. In that kind of campaign, that kind of underdog campaign, we need to approach it differently. If our opponents won't engage us, we need to engage with people who make decisions. We need to amplify our ability to get our point across with them, and we need to make sure they hear us in greater numbers like they do from the other side. And once in a while, we need to run against them like I did and put a strong voice for our issues at the State House. I'm so glad to be up here on your behalf, and I'm so glad that all of you are here working on behalf of the causes that made me want to run in the first place. Keep working hard together. Show them that we're not crazy to think it's possible. Show them that sometimes you don't wait for your moment. You can make your own moment, and we can make this moment ours. Thank you.